supposed to be dead. Hi dolls, welcome back, and if you are new, hello, my name is Jessie, and today we're going to react to Season 5, Episode 3 of Once Upon a Time, Siege Perilous? Perilous. We're gonna hopefully find out. Siege Perilous. Well, let's look it up and not guess, because assuming makes out of you and me. I always think of like a fight, like an ambush. A military operation in which enemy forces surround a town or building. Oh, that's not good. Cutting off essential supplies with the aim of compelling the surrender of those inside. We're gonna find out. There was crazy stuff happening at the end of the last episode. Hello said something interesting that kind of got me thinking. It's interesting how they're showing the heroes kind of have tunnel vision. When I was talking about how everyone wants to save Emma, is Emma okay? But when it came to Robin Hood, everyone's like, oh, well, there's no hope for Robin Hood. We gotta focus on Emma. It's like they're heroes. They're supposed to want to save everybody, right? But this season, they were saying, like, this season, it kind of shows that they're not so hero-y as we thought they were, because if they were the true storybook heroes that we've known for all these seasons, then they would take the time to spend on trying to figure out if they could save Robin or what they could do for Robin. But instead, they're just like, one-track mind, no, we gotta do Emma. And I think that was really interesting. We had them in the Enchanted Forest, and those are our perfect storybook characters, right? Now we have them in our world, in Storybrooke. Being in Storybrooke and having these alternate personalities of this sleeping curse that Regina had originally placed in season 1, it's almost like it humanized them. And I say humanized because in the Enchanted Forest, I feel like they weren't human. I feel like they're storybook characters, right? They're not real per se. So it's like being in our world and having personalities like us and having to worry about and be concerned with struggles and things like us kind of humanized them. And it made them not perfect. And it made me think about the episode with Belle and appreciate it a little bit more. Because if y'all remember, that was one of the episodes I really didn't like. And it's not that I didn't like it, I just didn't enjoy it as much, which upset me because Belle's my favorite character. And it was the episode where we find out that Belle has to make the choice between grabbing the person or grabbing the item which was the rock trolls gave her to help her, or saving the human being in front of her. And she chose the item, and it upset me because I'm like, Belle wouldn't do that. I know Belle wouldn't do that. And I know this isn't my Belle. I know this is their Belle. But this whole conversation kind of shed some light on that episode for me, I feel, because again, it's like, in my interpretation, now this person could be like, that's not what I was saying at all. But that's the interesting thing about in reactions and interpretations, where it's, in my opinion, I feel like being here in our world is humanizing them and bringing to light certain choices that maybe they wouldn't normally be faced with, or choose certain things that normally they wouldn't choose. And it just, I don't know, it made me appreciate the episode a little bit more, because again, like some of you were like, well, it was humanizing Belle. It was showing that Belle grew from that and became like the person she is. And I get that. You know, she wasn't always perfect. And I think that's one of the problems that a lot of people have with like Disney films and Disney princesses, is like everything's so perfect. So perfect. So I'm just gonna jump into the episode now because I think I'm talking too much. So everyone, throw a like or dislike if you do or do not like what you see. Comment down below, let me know why, subscribe if you haven't yet. We do fun things here. Ring a ling, to be notified when I upload videos, and don't forget to check the link down in the description for my Patreon. It is $5 a month. It's only $1.25 a week. It has all of my unedited reactions of everything that I do on YouTube, in addition to more. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at @star_chef_productions. But without further ado, this is Season 5, Episode 3 of Once Upon a Time, Siege Perilous.
Yes. No one wants a nasty surprise.
Oh, God. What do you want?
Their name is on something. Hold on to it.
What the hell? Bunch of trees. Is she gonna cut down Grumpy? Or Dobbie?
If we talk to him, he can tell us how to get him out.
If he knows, he might not know.
Don't try to talk me out of this.
I wouldn't dream of it.
He wants to go with him.
I just wanted to propose, Prince David, if it's quite all right with you, that I come along and lend aid.
I want to trust him, but I don't.
What's the problem?
What do you think it is? You're a kid.
She took my ass.
Kid.
I'm worried about Emma and how this is my fault.
Oh,
She
it's
made
not
the choice to
your
save
fault.
everyone.
I should have stopped her.
See, now, correct me if I'm wrong. This is my interpretation of what happened was, like, yes, the Dark One could be anybody or go into anyone, but considering it got out, it wasn't, like, immediately transferred from person to person. Because it got out and it was swirling around, I feel like it would have been a lot more difficult to have it go into somebody or be tethered, as they said. Merlin tethered it to a person. I feel like it would have been more difficult to tether it to someone. Did they mention that? Did they say that? Because I feel like I feel bad for David. He thinks it's his fault and it's not. And I get the wanting to sacrifice for someone you love and care about. Like, I wish it was me and not them kind of thing. But my understanding would be that it would kind of have to be Emma or Regina, right? Like, and that's why Emma was saying no to Regina. Like, no, Regina, you can't. I have the most light magic in me, and therefore I can handle it and suppress it, because that's what I was thinking. But if that's not the case, then that was a bad move, because Emma's so insanely powerful that you could have put it in someone like Archie and probably wouldn't have been as bad.
Our reliquary's been robbed. There was a magic bean inside. This bean can take my people home in an instant.
Oh, she wants to break it
Now
out.
that's a creative path to failure.
It's gonna throw her back.
Nothing cuts through magic. You're running out of options.
I thought it was
there.
gonna push her back,
You
like
see,
when she tried
we
to
want
pull it
you
out.
to, so we need a hero to pull Excalibur from the stone. You and I both know who that is.
Henry. I would think it's Henry. Are they trying to say it's Regina?
Right.
You're here so I can keep an eye on you. Mute handmaiden. I need you rolling your eyes at me. We need to clear the air.
She's still mute?
Fine. Oh, it's so light and feminine.
It is.
This is the Siege Perilous,
Perilous.
reserved for the knight with the purest heart, the one destined to carry out the most sacred quests. But he betrayed me.
Lancelot.
Oh, you've heard of him.
See, but we liked
shudder to think
Lancelot
what our
when
tale
we
must
saw him.
Oh, Mary Margaret and we met him.
You did? How is he?
Dead.
Everyone speaks of the Dark One in this place. Perhaps
Stop being a fool, man.
Arthur, to be honest, she did take a dwarf
Mean.
axe.
What do you mean?
As you
I feel like he was trying to quiet that guy because, see, like, he's acting sketchy. He's being really sketchy.
You know you can trust me.
No, we don't know we can trust you. Our Emma would be wearing jeans, a t-shirt, and a leather jacket.
Okay,
Not that adorable
Glad we
pink
have a
dress.
torch.
See, actually, here I trust him. In our worlds, I don't. It's like, why should he trust them? It's like we were talking about in the last episode. Why should he trust them? They're in a new land now, and they don't know how they got there. And
We'll never take.
there's gotta be something to it. Is there a creature in that water? He said magical forces would be guarding it.
How's he doing?
Is that a piece of armor? Or was that a alligator? Very smart, Charming. Gave himself away. Wouldn't it have made more sense for him to do this and for Charming to drive? Oh, it's armor from all the people that have died. That's what it is. Is Arthur gonna help him? Yeah.
I was the only one there who's changed for the better. He became an evil, manipulative killer.
Killian, love it.
You need something to Dark One.
Did she think he's the one who needs to pull the stone?
Tell me what
the
it
sword
is.
from the stone?
Do you love me? If you tell me you don't love me, I will let you go.
I loved you.
Oh, that's so sad. See, this is the difficult thing where it's like you want to believe that they're in there somewhere, you know, but it is them. That's the problem. It's not like there's a bad you that's stifling the good you, and the bad you is the one that's present. It's all you. So what's frustrating for Hook is this is who you are now. This is basically who you are now, and there's no coming around it unless the darkness is taken out of you. Where I think, it's so frustrating because it's like you have Belle and Rumple. Belle, time and time again, was trying with Rumple so hard, was, you know, trying to bring the good out of him, make him see that he doesn't have to be the beast and he doesn't have to be the dark one. And she kept trying, and he just kept screwing her over. So I think that Killian sees that and knows, like, this is the only way. Like, I can tell Emma, he says, I loved you, not I love you. He is saying, I loved you because I loved the person you were before you were the dark one. Now that you're the dark one, I can't love you. And I can't love you again until you're not the dark one, and that kills me. It's hard because that's the fact of the matter is that he can't love her again until she's not the dark one. Loving her isn't going to change her from being the dark one. Because if it was, then True Love's Kiss would have worked. So it's like, ugh. I'm so proud of Killian for admitting all that about Rumple.
It's gone. The Phantom Knights took it, or it's lost in the bog.
Shit.
We could search for it.
If it was in the
word
bog,
quest
it would have been floating.
Means to seek. If you want to be part of something, do something that matters. I have a place for a man like you.
I never
Gonna
saw a
put him
beam.
on his team?
Just forget the beam
Well,
for
in
now.
his court?
Tell us what.
Must have fallen out when we emptied his bag.
Did Arthur steal it? How did he get it? If not, Arthur would have had to
That's the
take
one
it, and then
from
he would have
Camelot.
taken it from Arthur.
You did it.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I thought they were talking about Grumpy. They're talking about Merlin. Obviously, they would want to talk. Aww. I'm like, why would they want to talk to Grumpy? Or to Dopey? Sorry, it's sick brain. They're going through a lot to talk to Dopey.
Enchanted Forest.
Yep, give him a spot in this
And the
court.
Knight of the Round Table is pale fire indeed, next
Knight
to
of
the
the
title
Round
Prince.
No.
He's like, we went on one little adventure together and you're making me a Knight of the Round Table? Wow, thanks.
Not
He's
bad for
getting
a
the
shepherd,
special
eh?
chair. Okay, Arthur, did you ever think that maybe the people closest to you keep betraying you because after a day you give them a seat at the Knight's Round Table? Maybe you're a little too trusting, bud.
Someone there?
Yeah, who the hell was that? You're supposed to be dead.
Can't be. Lancelot. We thought you were dead.
Wow, you all kept that secret from me for a long
It
time.
is me. And right
3
now, my struggles don't
seasons.
matter. There is a terrible villain in Camelot.
The Dark One. We know.
See, but now I don't trust that it's
No.
him.
Arthur,
What?
trust me.
See, I feel like I couldn't. See, I changed it to I trust him here but not there, but now I don't trust him anywhere. I don't trust him at all. He's trying to buy their respect and their trust. Did steal it.
I did only what you asked. You can trust me to help. I would do anything for my kingdom.
I feel like this guy's dying.
I need you to drink this.
Why?
Poison from the Agrabah vipers.
They have magic on their side. In time, they will make you talk.
There must be some
So
other
you're
way.
gonna kill him? Guinevere doesn't deserve you. I hope she leaves you for Lancelot again. Oh. Don't. Oh, jeez. Why did he disappear?
Good, he's still here.
Why'd he disappear?
You need me?
Oh my god, look. Is it supposed to do that? What?
Woo!
He's waking up.
Where'd he go? Is he gone? Does Emma have something to do with this? Why?
Quite a stroke of luck. You finding...
Oh my god, his sword! Jessie. She took the sword. See, I'm like so consumed by the story that certain things just go right over my head. That was so obvious. Like literally said, I took this from...
You and the Dark One.
She thinks he's the hero that can pull the blade?
That's right. Your heart is a blank slate. I can make you into the last thing you ever thought you would be. A hero. And then I have a job for you.
Alright, so there you have it. Episode 3, Siege Perilous. And where to start? Where to start? Okay, so we have King Arthur, who I keep going back and forth. Like, I don't trust this guy. He's untrustworthy. And then, like, halfway through the episode, I'm like, you know what? I trust him here in the Enchanted Forest more so than I trust him in our world, because in our world, all he knows is he woke up here, he has no memory of the last 6 weeks, and he doesn't really know these people, so why should he trust them? I don't blame him for that. When they get to Camelot, I want to trust them, but I also know that he's using them because he knows the prophecy, and he's just trying to get what he wants for the kingdom. But at the same time, I do kind of trust him because he seems like a good guy. And then all that goes, it's like right as soon as I start to trust people, I don't. And then right when I do, they stab me in the back, like him. He steals this mushroom from Charming because he says, well, it's like, that's the burden of a king. Like, I have to hurt good people in order to protect my kingdom. No. That's not what you have to do, so stop using that as an excuse. So I really don't like him. I thought Guinevere was going to be totally on board and understanding of what he was doing. She had no idea that that was even his plan, but she does seem to go along with it. So I'm not too familiar with King Arthur's court and that whole story. It's never been, I always liked it. I've mentioned 1,000 times before, I love the Renaissance Fair. So it's always been like things that I've been interested in, but never like obsessed with, like Beauty and the Beast. Like, I know everything about Beauty and the Beast. So I didn't realize that it was Lancelot stole Guinevere away from King Arthur, and that was the whole issue there. Maybe that's just applies to this. I don't know if that applies to the actual, like, other stories. But that's what it applies to here. So we learn that Lancelot stole Guinevere from King Arthur. King Arthur asks Charming how Lancelot is, and he says, well, we heard he was dead. Now, it's ironic because I'm editing season 2 right now, and I just did the Jack and the Beanstalk episode not too long ago, and in the one, it was like 1 or 2 before that, if y'all remember, I'm sure you do, but that's the whole storyline of where Cora ends up impersonating Lancelot. We find out. Everyone thinks it's Lancelot, and then she's like, oh, it's me, and then they say, where's Lancelot? And she said he died. But we never saw him die. We just take Cora's word for it. So my question is that really Lancelot? It could also be someone else. We don't know. It could be freaking Zelena for all we know. But Zelena still has the band on, so it's probably not her. But it could be somebody else, you know? It could be somebody else impersonating him. Or it could really be Lancelot. But how the hell did Lancelot survive? Like, where was he this whole time? And how did he get into the kingdom right now? Or how did he get into the castle? Like, I don't know if I trust that that's Lancelot. But if it is, I hope that we see more of him, and I hope that we get a little bit of an explanation as to what's going on there. I really likes his character, so I'm glad to see him back. And I think that he could possibly be a key component to taking down King Arthur and saving Guinevere from him being a craphead, but Yeah, so that'll be interesting. I'm glad that we got him back. I'm glad that we saw him. The whole conversation with Emma and Killian was fabulous. I absolutely loved that they gave Killian this whole speech of how he understands why Rumple came to him and said what he said and did what he did, and he understands that what he did and how he reacted was the incorrect response, and how he's sorry for what happened and how he was wrong. It's one thing that it's so difficult for people to do, is admit when you're wrong and admit when you had made the wrong decision or that you should have done something differently or better. And so for someone like Killian, who's always so cheeky and, he's always so like, I don't care about anything. Like, I'm the smartest man in the room. I'm the most good looking man in this room, blah, 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 blah. For someone like Killian to just flat out be like, I was wrong, he was right, he was trying to protect his family. It just, it made me fall in love with him even harder. I love him, and I love his character, and I love the growth that we've seen in him. And I think that, ironically, Emma being the dark one is almost amping up his journey in finding himself and becoming that hero and that person that he now realizes he wants to be. Ironically, because it's at the expense of Emma being the dark one, but high escalated situations tend to do that to people. So I loved that conversation, and I was so engrossed in the conversation that I completely forgot. It went over my head that Belle mentions she needs something of Rumple's that was touched by him prior to becoming the Dark One. And as we heard Killian say, it was like the sword. He took his sword from him. And so that sword belonged, or no. Was that Killian? No, see, now I'm confused. Was it Killian's sword? It was either Killian's sword or Killian touched him with the sword and cut him or whatever. So, anyway, regardless, it was the item that she needed. And now Emma has it and was able to wake him up. So it's like, it's great that it actually worked. Like, she didn't think it was going to work, but she's, I have to try everything. Fantastic, it worked. But oh my gosh, now she doesn't know where he is. He's in the wrong hands, and we have no idea what's going to happen to him. Now, Emma says your heart is neutral. It doesn't have light magic. It doesn't have dark magic. It's neutral. So that gives her the ability to kind of play with him. I don't feel like someone like that could pull the sword from the stone. I feel like it would have to be a hero. It would have to be a good person. They've actually even said it. It has to be a hero. And so how can Rumple be, I guess she said she can mold him into the hero, but how could Rumple be a hero when his heart's neutral? Is she going to take his heart and start talking into it, making him do things? Like, is that going to work? I don't know. I'm curious to see, oh my gosh, like how that goes. I honestly thought that Rumple was dying. At one point I was like, they're not going to kill him. He's not going to die. And then it took him so long to get out that I was like, okay, they're either doing this because they're waiting to use him for a specific thing, or they're just going to freaking kill him. And I honestly was starting to think that they were just going to kill him. So I'm happy they didn't. I feel really bad for David because he's talking about how he doesn't want to just be known as the prince or person who woke up a sleeping princess. And he gets this seat at the round table, and he just looks so proud of himself. I feel so terrible because we now know that it's just because King Arthur's trying to keep him close and use them. And that makes me really sad because I first of all, I never thought that David would ever feel like that. I want him to feel validated in what he does and who he is. I think he's accomplished so many amazing things and has done so much that it surprises me that he feels like that. But I have a feeling that by the end of the season, there's going to be an arc of him being able to do something for the kingdom because he is now at the table. So I'm curious to see where that goes. The whole scene with Zelina and Regina. I just love seeing them fight. I love seeing the two of them together and like their witty sarcasm back and forth. The whole thing with the whole thing with Robin Hood, though, really, like, it pisses me off. It upsets me because it's like Robin was saying, like, I want to be happy, but how am I supposed to be happy? It's my girlfriend's sister basically molested me and took advantage of me and had me impregnate her. Like, that poor child, that poor baby. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the whole pregnancy thing. Like, is she just going to lose the baby? Oh my God, that was so funny. It's a picture of from Up in Zelina. It's like, man. Is she going to lose the baby? Is she actually going to have the baby? Who is the baby going to be if she does have the baby? And, this just popped into my head. Speaking of kids, are we done with the whole Maleficent Lily story? Like, is Maleficent and Lily not going to be in it anymore? I figured that Maleficent and Lily would just, like, be hanging around. Helping out, maybe. Like, because I would really like to see what Lily thinks of Emma now that she's the Dark One. That would be interesting. You guys all did a really good job at keeping the Lancelot thing from me because I was like, I wonder if he's going to be in it again. I was not expecting 3 seasons later to get him, so that must have been hard. I commend you all for that. But yeah, moving forward, I guess the biggest thing that I want to see in the next episode is Rumpel. How is Rumpel going to react to this? What is he going to do? Is he going to be a different person now? Like, is he going to see Bella and be like, I love you? Or because he doesn't have love in his heart now. His heart's neutral, right? So he clearly had his memory, though, because he knew that Emma was Emma and the Dark One, and I'm excited for the next episode. That was intense, but that was exciting. Everyone throw a like or dislike if you do or do not like what you see, but comments down below. Let me know. I subscribe if you have not yet. We do fun things here. Ring-a-ling-a-ling the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. Don't forget to check the link down in the description for my Patreon. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at @star_chef_productions. But that is it. So long, everyone. Try to make someone smile today. You never know when you might need it next. Bye.